Hello, that was Distant Shores, number 6 from 42 More Modern Studies for Solo Flute by James Ray. This is the B2 piece of the ABRSM Grade 3 Flute Exam pieces from 2022. Taking a look at the start of the piece, we are in 4/4 time, so we have 4 crotchets in a bar. We have no sharps or flats in the key signature, so normally we would be in C major or A minor. But looking through the piece, we have accentals that don't fit that, such as the F sharps and B flats, which consistently comes up, as well as A flat and E flat, which appears in bar 16. Now, from the feel of the music, we are likely going to be in G minor, but since this is a modern piece, it doesn't have to stick to a key in particular. So let's go through the accidental first. We first have the F sharp. So on the left hand, thumb, first finger, second finger, and third finger. On the right hand, fourth finger and pinky. Then a B flat on the left hand, thumb and first finger. On the right hand, first finger and pinky. Then the E flat, which is everything on our right hand, and on the left hand, thumb, third finger and fourth finger. Now for this piece, I recommend learning the G minor arpeggio, as it often comes up and is part of your grade 3 scales up to the 12th, which is your high D note. We have written here the speed andante at crotchets equals 84. So that's this speed. Written next to andante is espressio, so we have to play this piece expressively, taking care of the phrases and dynamics within the phrases as well. What we want to do when we're playing this piece is have an image of a nice picture of distant shores with the sea and lighthouse and whatnot, and we want to convey that image through the music to our listeners. This piece is in ABA form. We first have the A section in bar 1 to bar 8. Then we have the B section from bar 9 to bar 16. Then we have the final A section from bar 17 until the end. Notice why it's exactly the same as what we have in the first A section. The rhythm in this piece is very straightforward, so I won't go over it in detail as it's very easily countable via in crotchets. The only thing to remember is you have dotted minimums in here, which is equal to 3 beats. You have dotted crotchets, which is a beat and a half. What we need to take care of this piece in general is to have a clear sound and good phrasing. We have a very similar first and second phrase starting off in piano in bar 1 to bar 4. Now, the notes are very similar here, the difference being we are stepping down from an E to a C on our bar 1, and from bar 2 we are stepping down from F sharp to a D. Now what I did there was I have slightly different dynamic. I was quieter in the first phrase, slightly louder in the second phrase, and also have a different tone for that G F sharp we have in bar 3. Now in bar 5 we reach an MF. We can also, another thing we can do in this music is to crescendo and decrescendo with the music as it goes up and down. So in bar 5 we're going up the G minor arpeggio and then stepping down once we get to the F, and then similar to what we have in bar 7 and 8 as well. Now these changes won't be dramatic, they are still within the framework of what the dynamic in there is, which sets the tone. So just kind of like a tiny crescendo decrescendo that goes with the music is going to make the music more expressive. We have a similar rhythm for the B section compared to the A section. We are mostly swapping out the crotches for quavers. Now look out for the final phrase in bar 15 to 16 where we have a dotted rhythm. The tongue is more broken out in this section. In bar 11, look out for the first quavers not being slurred to the rest of the phrase. Again, we can do what we were doing before. We can crescendo and decrescendo on the phrases individually. Just need to look out for that we are quieter in bar 9 to 12, but in MP, and then louder again in bar 13 to 16 in MF. On the crescendo on bar 16, you only want to do the crescendo on that note in particular. You don't want to do it for the whole phrase. In fact, I was actually crescendoing in bar 15, maybe even towards an F, and then doing the crescendo on bar 16. The final A section is exactly the same notes-wise compared to the first time we played it, so we can use the same phrasing as we did the first time. What we need to look out for here is the dynamics are different. The first phrase is now in MP. The first two phrases are now in MP in bar 17 to bar 20, and then the last two phrases we are in piano, starting from bar 21, and in bar 23 we have a crescendo and decrescendo going to a pianissimo, so very quiet at the end of the piece. Now halfway through bar 23 we also have written rit, so we are slowing down, and also attenuate on the last note so we can extend that last note up until 8 beats. Now my microphone isn't quite good at picking up dynamics, so I'll do what I can to exaggerate to show you what can be done. So here it goes, bar 17 to the end. Well, that was the tutorial of the B2 piece Distant Shores by James Ray. This piece is really simple in terms of rhythm and notes, but we do need to understand the flow of the music and add in dynamics during the phrases, otherwise the piece is going to sound dull and boring. However, it is a good piece for you to express your musicality, especially with a simple piece like this where the phrasing and breathing and other things isn't too complicated for you to deal with. Hopefully that was useful to you. I'll be putting up the rest of the pieces soon for grade 3. Check out the other B pieces that are already done and the playlist for grade 3. Give a like and subscribe if you like what I did here. Put a comment down below if you want me to go over anything specific, or if you want to share your own tips and tricks with your fellow viewers. I'll see you in the next video on Master of None. Bye!